Imagine walking into a mall and seeing a new Zara collection that wasn't there last week, or opening your phone and finding that Shein has already added 1,000 new items since yesterday. It almost feels like magic, but it's not magic. It's strategy. And today, we are exploring how Zara and Shein, two very different companies, use completely different playbooks to take over global fashion and shape the way millions of people shop today. And trust us, once you understand how they did it, you will never look at shopping the same way again. Before we continue, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel and keeps us creating these deep, curious stories for you. Let's begin with the rise of Zara. Zara didn't start out trying to take over the world. It began as a small shop in Spain in 1975, created by a man named Amancio Ortega. Back then, Ortega didn't have a grand plan to dominate fast fashion. His idea was much simpler. Give people clothing that looks like high fashion but doesn't cost like high fashion. At that time, the clothing industry moved slowly. Designers would release seasonal collections months in advance. Stores would plan their inventory far ahead. Fashion followed a predictable rhythm. But Ortega saw something different. He noticed that people's tastes were changing faster than the industry. Inspiration didn't just come from runways anymore. It came from the street, from music, from movies, and the fashion industry couldn't keep up. Ortega wanted to change that rhythm. He wanted to make fashion move faster. This idea became the foundation of Zara's strategy. Make clothes quickly, get them into stores even faster, and constantly rotate styles, so customers always feel excitement when they walk in. While traditional brands needed 6 months to release a collection, Zara could do it in just 2 or 3 weeks. The secret was that Zara controlled almost everything itself. Instead of outsourcing production to distant factories, Zara kept much of its manufacturing close to home, mainly in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. This meant they could react fast. If something was trending, they could design it, produce it, and ship it to stores, while competitors were still planning their next season. If something wasn't selling, they could stop producing it immediately, instead of losing money on overstock. And this created something powerful: the feeling of scarcity. Zara made their clothing in smaller batches. If you didn't buy something when you saw it, chances were it wouldn't be there next week. Shoppers learned this quickly. Zara trained people to buy fast. They trained people to visit their stores more often. Some customers started checking in multiple times a week just to see what was new. And this constant flow of fresh styles helped Zara grow from a small Spanish shop into a global fashion giant with thousands of stores around the world. But then years later, something new entered the fashion game, something even faster than fast fashion, something that didn't rely on malls or store shelves. Something that lived on your phone and refreshed every minute. That something was Shein. Shein didn't grow from a traditional fashion background. It wasn't built with factories in Europe or teams of designers making collections. Instead, it grew from the internet, algorithms, and data. Founded in China in 2008, Shein quietly evolved from a small wedding dress seller into one of the most disruptive fashion brands the world has ever seen. And it did this mostly by studying one thing: what people search for, look at, and click on. Shein realized that social media had changed everything. People weren't waiting for fashion brands to show them what to wear. They were discovering trends from Instagram, TikTok, and influencers. And these trends could rise and disappear in days, or even hours. While Zara could react in weeks, Shein wanted to react in days. So, they built a system that could design, test, and produce clothing at incredible speed. Instead of releasing a collection, Shein dropped thousands of new items every single day. Their process worked like this: watch what people are searching. Look at what styles are going viral on TikTok. Test small batches of hundreds of designs. See which ones get clicks. And then mass produce only the winners. It was fashion powered by data, not by designers sitting in a studio. And this model changed everything. Another reason for Shein's rise was pricing. While Zara offered affordable fashion, Shein offered ultra-affordable fashion. Dresses for $10, tops for $6, accessories for $2 or $3. It made fashion feel accessible to anyone. And with fast shipping and constant discount codes, Shein became especially popular among younger shoppers who wanted variety without spending much. TikTok hauls made Shein even more viral. Influencers would order huge bags of clothing, try everything on in a fun, fast video, and millions of people would watch. It was advertising that didn't feel like advertising. So now we have two giants of modern fashion, Zara and Shein, both leading in different ways. But how did they take over global fashion so successfully? The answer lies in understanding how the world itself changed. First, people shop faster now. Trends don't last months. They last days. Social media exposed people to more styles than ever before. This created a hunger for variety, and Zara and Shein delivered it. Zara delivered updated styles every week in stores. Shein delivered thousands of options every day online. Second, convenience became a key factor. Zara offered the convenience of shopping in malls, touching the fabric, trying things on, and feeling the experience. Shein offered the convenience of sitting at home, scrolling endlessly, ordering in minutes, and receiving packages at your doorstep. Both served different kinds of customer behavior, and this helped them grow even more. Another important factor was globalization. Zara expanded aggressively into major cities worldwide. Their stores became part of city identity, from New York to Tokyo. Meanwhile, Shein used online reach to access markets everywhere without needing physical stores or local teams. Even in countries where international brands rarely expanded, Shein could reach customers as long as they had a smartphone and internet. But beneath all the success, both Zara and Shein also sparked debates. People started asking questions about sustainability, environmental impact, worker conditions, and waste. Zara faced criticism for the speed of fast fashion and for the amount of clothing produced every year. Shein faced even bigger criticism because of the sheer volume of products and the ultra-low prices, which made people question how the clothes were made and under what conditions. These conversations led to new discussions about ethical fashion, the responsibility of big companies, and the future of the industry. Yet at the same time, millions of people continued buying from both brands because the convenience, variety, and affordability were hard to resist. When you put Zara and Shein side by side, you can see that they represent two eras of fashion. Zara represents the early fast fashion era, where speed, freshness, and physical stores shaped how people shopped. Shein represents the digital fast fashion era, where algorithms, influencers, and smartphones replaced the walk-in shopping experience. But both changed global fashion by doing one thing extremely well: understanding what people wanted before most brands even noticed. Zara understood that people wanted new styles constantly. Shein understood that people wanted variety instantly. Zara built a system of stores that made shopping exciting. Shein built a system of apps that made shopping addictive. And both created businesses so big that they reshaped the entire industry. Today, the impact of Zara and Shein can be seen everywhere. Other brands try to copy Zara's speed. New online stores try to copy Shein's endless variety. Even luxury brands pay attention, because trends now move from social media to the runway, not the other way around. Fashion is no longer controlled only by designers or big brands. It is influenced by what millions of people like, comment on, and share online. And Zara and Shein understood this shift better than almost anyone else. As we look toward the future, the question becomes, what comes next? Will fast fashion continue to dominate? Will people demand more sustainable choices? Will another digital player rise and challenge Shein the same way Shein challenged Zara? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing is certain: the way we buy clothes will keep evolving as fast as the trends themselves. And this story, the story of how Zara and Shein took over global fashion, is really a story about how quickly the world is changing. It's about how technology, global shipping, social media, and human behavior came together to shape an industry that never sleeps. Fashion used to move slowly. Now, it moves at the speed of a swipe. And these two brands understood that speed better than anyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want us to keep bringing you curious stories like this, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep exploring the hidden stories behind the biggest brands in the world.